Get wrecked. Okay, here we go. 2 out of 3 people found this useful. Get wrecked. Okay. In today's video, we're gonna head into the very exciting world of Amazon's answers. Now, for those of you that don't know, Amazon has a system where people who want to buy a product can ask questions to people who already own the product to see whether or not that product actually works for them or not. Now, as we know from just kind of general customer reviews on Amazon, they're not worth a whole lot. This guy just asks if a 2700X overclocks to 5.8 gigahertz. That's just obscene. Yes, it can with selected chips. And I'm really excited to see what happens when Amazon opens a dialogue between people on the internet. Now, my goal for today's video is less to see how accurate these answers are. That's definitely a part of it, but that's not the main thing. I'm kind of trying to see what form of moderation Amazon has in these answers sections of product pages, because there's definitely going to be like battles between Intel, AMD, and Nvidia fanboys on like CPU and graphics cards product pages. So I'm curious to see how out of hand these arguments can get before some form of moderation happens. But we'll save that for a bit later into the video. So first we're going to look at something a little bit less controversial. Let's do X570, because there are some new technologies in X570 and there may be a little bit of confusion around that. Let's see one that has the most kind of... Okay, this MSI, this MSI MPG has a lot of ratings and 82 answered questions. There we go. We're in business here. We're in business. Does this come with the motherboard? So somebody asked on a product page for a motherboard, does this come with the motherboard? Let me look here. I think yes. I think it may, in fact, come with the motherboard. If it doesn't, I'd be quite outraged. But anyway, let's see what people say here. No, just a box of Ritz crackers. They were really good enough. But Paul said, cute answer, but it's Ritz crackers, not Ritz. See, that's one of the things that you just have to love about the internet. Someone makes a great comment, and then somebody else has to correct the grammar of the previous comment. Okay, anyway, now we're gonna get into the juicier stuff, otherwise this video is gonna get way too long. I've already been rambling for like 20 damn minutes. So we're gonna start off with some questions around CPUs, because this is definitely where it's gonna get tasty. Let's start with the 9900K. There's usually some controversy around whether or not it's the best in the world. So let's have a look here. Is this the expected shipping date? These will be released. When will they ship? Wow, that's all people care about. Does anyone have it shipped yet? Wow, was there some problem with the 9900K when it was released? I actually think Intel almost always has stock issues when they first release a CPU. But anyway, would this be an upgrade over the 8700K? That's a reasonable question. Here, should I wait for the 3700X? Now this is where the flame war may start. Should I wait for the 3700X or take advantage of this Intel since it has come down in price? Well, to be honestly, most people like me are going to be biased towards Intel. I have always believed that they always have and probably always will made better chips. If the budget is something you are concerned with, and obviously opting for something from AMD may be a better bet. But if you can swing this, there is no reason to get anything else. A CPU like this will literally last you 10 years. So it's obviously worth a little bit of extra money. Okay, let's see what people say to this, because that's quite a definite... The price hasn't really dropped yet. It's still around $480. This is very disappointing. There's no flame warring in there. $250 for a 1920X is a pretty good deal. If you ask me, I'd jump on that guy. Okay, let's see 2700X, right? Will this come with thermal paste? That's so weird that everyone asks that. I mean, it's a CPU, but okay, yes, it does have a cooler that comes with it, and the cooler does have thermal paste. Is the cooler good enough? That's a reasonable question. Do you have dropped frames while editing 4K? It depends. Does this overclock to 5.8 gigahertz? This guy just asks if a 2700X overclocks to 5.8 gigahertz. That's just obscene. I'm sorry, but this $300 CPU will not go to 5.8. Where did you get that number from? Like, okay, 5 gigahertz I get, or like 6 or 5.5, but 5.8 is weirdly specific. This guy must have read somewhere that this CPU can do 5.8 gigahertz. Edit. Wait, here we got an edit. Yes, it can with selected chips. On the Ethernet, people have pushed it to about 6 gigahertz on all cores. However, you will need a blustering, whatever the hell that is, 1.9 volts. And that's above AMD's maximum recommendation of voltage, with is 1.4 volts, okay? In other words, you'll have better overclocking performance with the 1900X as they hand-pick them for Threadripper. Dude, what? What kind of answer is this? Someone asks, does it overclock to 5.8 gigahertz? And this guy's answer is yes, but you have to volt it to 1.9. Like, he doesn't even mention that you'd have to, like, liquid nitrogen cool it. And then he says, oh, you're better off with a Threadripper 1900X because it's hand-picked for Threadripper, okay? Okay, so let's see here. We got more answers. With a liquid cooler, yes. But I wouldn't go past 5 or maybe 5.3 gigahertz. Where are people getting this information from? Where is this coming from? What? I love that instead of people being, oh, no, what, no. There are a bunch of people saying, yes, it will, but it's probably not safe. Aim for something more reasonable, like 5 gigahertz. That's way more reasonable. But we still don't have any flame war. Okay, let's find another CPU. 3900X. I'm curious to see because this has got a lot of reviews. It's weird that people are fairly civil on Amazon apparently. Okay, the number one question is Intel done for? That's a pretty good question. This is definitely. I'm pretty excited about this because this is definitely flame war worthy. Intel is not done for. But in this cycle, AMD is supporting a single socket standard across multiple generations of processors. Intel's current stock, on the other hand, is at end of life, and it's rumored Intel is going to change the socket soon. It's a fairly reasonable response there. Let's see what other questions we have, what other answers we have to this. Oh, here we have no. Intel's the powerhouse CPU manufacturer. These Ryzens are great, but imagine when Intel releases their 7nm chips. And now they have to stay in the same price range to be competitive. Intel's going to come back, and to be frank, I wouldn't be surprised if the next gen shits on AMD. Lol, I hope that was not a serious question. Intel is far from done. Far from done. You do realize Intel is worth 230 billion and AMD is worth 37 billion. That's all you need to know. Enough said. Intel is much more than processors. You know what? Hit Google up. Okay? You might also want to know that these companies have been back and forth for 50 years. I don't know why I got so excited by that. Intel has been dominant for most of that. One thing to keep in mind is that Intel's cores are more powerful per core than AMD's cores, but AMD's cores work more effectively and powerfully together than AMD's cores. So in layman's terms, AMD is theoretically better for programs like Photoshop, Premiere Pro, etc. It's great that he uses the two workstation applications which Intel is actually better for to show that AMD is better. That's really great. 30 more answers. There's 30 more. I'm yes. Someone said yes. Okay. Ask again in 5 years. Okay, fair enough. Get wrecked. Okay, here we go. 2 out of 3 people found this useful. Get wrecked. Okay. RIP. Dunyan rings. 3 out of 5 people found Dunyan rings useful. Absolutely, my dude. I love that there's pages upon pages of this. Yes, indeed. Okay. No, Intel is not done for. Intel is for noobs. AMD is for the PC master race. See, this is getting tasty. Intel is not done for. Okay, another person that wrote way too much about something that no one cares about. Toast. Thank you for that. That's very helpful. Long term, no. No brand recognition. Oh, I've seen that. LOL, no. Okay, that's good. Not at all. LOL, I hope this was not a serious question. Okay, anyway, let's do graphics cards. That was a pretty meaty selection. Let's just do a graphics card. Let's choose a Titan RTX. I think that is gonna be, the T-Rex is gonna be fairly exciting. Can it run Minesweeper? Oh, you gotta love the internet. You gotta love the internet. That is the highest voted question on the T-Rex. I love that the first 3 questions are all just like about Minesweeper. I love this question so much. Will I see a difference from my Gigabyte GT 750 Ti to this Titan thing? Oh, that's pretty good. I like that one. Okay, and with that, it brings me to the end of this video. Unfortunately, there wasn't any kind of like real fisticuffs in the Amazon answers section. I don't know if it means that people are just more civil on Amazon, or if it's because it's moderated really well. But, you know, there are some ridiculous questions and answers here because it's clearly not moderated for correctness of information, but there isn't any fighting happening. So with that, thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked the video, do like and subscribe to the channel. Go check out my Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and the Discord page. There's a bunch of stuff that you can do to interact with the channel outside of YouTube. And yeah, until the next video, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.